Good morning and welcome to the Take Your Life Back Today show. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm your addiction recovery coach, your life coach, and a brother in life and a son, a child, I should say, of God. Today, this beautiful September 9th, 2017, as you can tell, the sun is still coming up. It is about 6:30 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning, something like that. And today I want to talk about how to get going when the going gets tough in life. And I know each and every one go through this each and every day. There's always something that we feel is very tough in life that makes us want to try even harder. Today I woke up with a song in my head, and all I wanted and all about my morning routine, I found myself singing Billy Ocean's When the Going Gets Tough. The funny thing is that I don't actually know this song. I just heard this song probably when I was growing up in the 70s. I think it was 70s or 80s. It was out a lot. The only part I really know is when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Since I had some recent stresses in life, and I think we all do, it could be at home, it could be with family, it could be with your job, I figured there must be a subconscious part of me speaking about the song, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So I want to talk about a few things that'll help you during the tough times. And remember, number one on my list is remember it's only a temporary situation. Temporary is a funny word. We often hear it and see and immediately think that it's going to go away in a short few minutes, but maybe sometimes it doesn't. Temporary could be as long as a year, but temporary means that it will eventually go away. So, surround yourself with positivity. You may have noticed that I didn't simply say surround yourself with positive people. I want you to surround yourself with positivity. What that means is that not just people around you should be positive, but the environment around you should be a positive environment. And if it's not, you need to alienate yourself from the negative people, from the negativity, from the negative surroundings, and turn yourself to the positive side. Number three is to pay it forward. Sometimes the best way to forget about how tough things are is when you realize others also have struggles and you lend them a hand. What does that mean? That means no matter how big your problem is, there is someone out there, somewhere out here, that has a bigger problem. And there is no better way to get through your tough times than to lend them a hand. Case in point is that I do this show. I've been doing it for a lot of years now. Each and every day that I do it, whether it's creating the show, actually filming it, or just thinking about it. Each and every time I am paying it forward to people like you, my audience, because this is my rehab, this is my passion, this is my love for other people. And I truly believe that God has anointed me to be the voice of reason. And this is why I don't just talk about addictions. I just don't talk about depression or self-esteem issues. I talk about everything. I talk about how tough life can be. I talk about how maybe you can have a better working environment. Pretty much I cover each and every topic. So I paid forward to make my tough life a little better. Number five is don't be afraid. One of the biggest barriers in facing tough situation is the fear of the unknown. Remember, if you keep praying through the power of praying to Christ, you are protected by the biggest shield that your life has ever felt. God is your bodyguard. God will protect you, He will guide you, but you need to believe and you need to pray to Jesus each and every day and ask Him for that protection and thank Him for having a home, thank Him for having a job, thank Him for having health and money. Number six is, in addition to those tips that I just came up with, I have come up with some quotes, and I'm going to read these quotes to you because I don't have them memorized, but these quotes are very interesting quotes, and I will definitely read them to you now. So let me pull it off here, and here we go. Sometimes we stare so long at the door that is closing that we don't see the last one that was left open. Inside of a ring or not, ain't nothing wrong with going down. It's staying down that's wrong, and that comes from a boxer. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive species to any change in life. Life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. How true that is, my friends. The difference between stumbling blocks and stepping stones is how you use them. He knows not his own strength until he has met adversity. Show me someone who has done something worthwhile, and I'll show you someone who has overcome adversity. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. Tough times never last, but tough people do, and that tough person could be you. It is my sincere hope that you find this article, this movie, this show, this episode to be motivating, inspiring, that you will take at least one thing and let it be the one thing that helps you get through the tough times. These quotes are interesting. Let me just read a couple of them one more time. Remember, we stare so long at the door that is closing that we see too late to the one that is open. Inside a ring, this is coming from a boxer, inside a ring or not, ain't nothing wrong with going down. It's staying down that is wrong, meaning we need to pick ourselves up. Here's another one. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive species to change. Life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. Another one is, you don't know your strength until you have met adversity. Here's another one. Show me someone who has done something worthwhile, and I'll show you someone who has overcome adversity. Tough times never last, my friends. The tough people last. So remember, it is only temporary when you face tough times in life. Temporary is a funny word. I grant you that. We often hear it and see it, immediately think it's a short-term situation. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can last for quite some time. But the end result of the word temporary is that eventually it will not be there. Surround yourself with positivity. Did you notice I didn't use the word positive people? I meant positivity. Why do I sit in front of this pool to do this show? Is because I feel that this sets a positive environment around me. Now, let's just say I set this video camera up, let's say in Manhattan, on the subway platform, where you might see a person behind me that's sleeping, a person behind me that's drinking out of a paper bag, and maybe even a fight going on. That would be surrounding myself not with a positive environment, but with a negative environment. So positive, surround yourself with positivity. That means positive people and a positive environment. Pay it forward is number 3. Sometimes the best way to forget about how tough things are is to realize that your struggles are not as bad as other people's struggles, and it is time for you to lend a hand to those people's struggles. Number 4 is practice gratitude. When we take the time to recognize and be thankful for the things that we have, we tend to think less of the things we lack. When you look into your wallet, for example, and you see $10, you should be thankful for $10, because if there was only $5, you would be lacking another $5. So a half a loaf of bread is better than no bread at all. And you should also don't be afraid. My friends, one of the biggest barriers in facing tough situations is the fear of the unknown. The truth is, most of us fear that we never actually even exist. Let go of your fears. If people make you feel like you don't exist in life, do something about it by making yourself vocal, providing yourself with a passion, making yourself visible to other people. If you have people around you that purposely ignore you, do yourselves a favor and do something about it. Don't surround yourself with those people, because if they're ignoring you in the first place, they're probably not most positive people in your life anyway. It's time to erase some of those people, and if they're your family or if they're close to you, maybe sit down and have a chat with them. There has to be a reason for it. So in addition to those tips, I read those quotes to you a couple times, and I think the most important quote that I read to you, I'm sorry, I dropped it, is is the one about the bicycle. Life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance in life, you have to keep moving. Don't stop whatever you're doing in life. I hope to God this episode was a good episode for you. I hope to God that if you are getting or going through some tough times, then do yourselves a favor and get rid of those tough times by applying some of these things to your daily life. Remember that through the power of prayer, everything and anything is possible. God granted you this early morning with 86,400 seconds to live. Utilize some of those seconds to thank God for that and ask God for guidance and direction. And also thank God for everything that is positive in your life and pray to God for anything that's negative, for Him to turn it around and make it positive in your life. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together, you and I will help each other take our lives back. And may God bless you.